Hi, everyone. Welcome to the PhyzTalks 2020 virtually. This is Dr. Stuart Glassman, checking in from the great state of New Hampshire. And my PhyzTalk is about my experience getting my MBA degree. Take care of your partner. No one gets through this alone. How my MBA taught me to become a COVID-19 financial first responder. I want to give a shout out to all my colleagues at the Geisel School of Medicine at Dartmouth and Tufts University School of Medicine, Department of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation. So I decided back in 2017 that I was going to consider applying for an MBA degree. And just so happens, I was at an American Medical Association meeting on behalf of the AAPM&R, and I got an email saying, well, we have this executive MBA for physicians if you would like to be part of it. And I said, okay, I got nothing to do at lunchtime, might as well apply, which I did, and I got in. The other cool thing is that as a member of the Massachusetts Medical Society, I actually got a 25% discount on the overall tuition for the 16 months, which is a very unexpected benefit. So I told this to my friends and my three sons, all of whom were graduate school, high school, and college age. And they're like, dude, what are you, crazy? Why are you going back to school for? You're like 53 and a half years old. So what are some of the things that we had to learn during this MBA course, which were not taught in medical school? Accounting, finance, marketing, and the program started off in a residency where you spend 10 days eating, sleeping, and learning accounting and finance knowledge 10 to 12 hours a day. And the first night I was sleeping in this conference center, freaking out, like, what did I just get myself into? I did feel like Wile E. Coyote falling off the cliff. And I also said, how much is this actually costing me? But fortunately, the next day, a breath of fresh air and what really changed everything for me came through. It was in the form of Rob Nickerson, who was one of the guest lecturers. He's actually a comedian, an improvisational person, actor, writer, director from Toronto, Canada. He actually trained at the Second City in Toronto. And as many of you know, if you are fans of Saturday Night Live, a lot of cast members come from there. And he happens to be best friends with Mike Myers, one of my favorite actors and comedians of all time, for those Austin Powers fans out there. So take care of your partner. And you can see, if you look at this picture, all the happy people sitting at the Heller School of Social Policy MBA course. Because the first day we're joking and laughing. We didn't really know anybody. And he's like, okay, now you're going to have to make sure that you can help each other. And taking care of your partner was the phrase he used. And what he meant was that in improvisational comedy, if you're part of a skit and you're in a group, you help each other out. You don't let your colleague hang out there to dry if he or she can't think of something funny to say. So I'm sitting there with Key and Ali and Nick, the dentist, who was the only one of two non-physicians in the entire group. And we're like, okay, we're going to help each other out and figure out how to do this. And we worked at it to make sure that we actually said, we're going to drop all of our insecurities and hang-ups and really be there to help each other. It was a simple idea, but it really came through again and again throughout the MBA program. So it's okay to ask for help or to give help selflessly. You don't leave your colleague hanging on by his fingernails, as Jerry Maguire was doing, asking Rod Tillman to help me help you. So it turns out that this was really the theme that came up over and over again. Much of our training in medicine, it's solitary. We study, we memorize, we take exams, but a lot of this MBA course and program was on group finance projects, working together, reviewing hospital income statements, creating entrepreneurial investment opportunities. The greater outcomes are actually seen when you work together and you collaborate. And asking for help and giving help is really crucial to making this happen. So now we fast forward to March of 2020, and I'm the treasurer of the New Hampshire Medical Society, and COVID-19 is spreading all over the world and even in New England. I was selected to be part of the COVID-19 Executive Committee response team. And as we sat there during the first meeting, I said, you know, I've already graduated this program. I have all this financial knowledge in theory. Maybe I should actually think about some of the financial aspects for our members. There's grants and loans. The pandemic is impacting every physician on so many different levels. Maybe I could review some of these programs as I was applying for them and help my members and my other colleagues understand what to do. Application nightmares. If any of you have gone through this, Paycheck Protection Program, Economic Injury Disaster Loans, Small Business Administration Loans, CARES Act relief funds, Medicare acceleration payments. As I went through it, I'm like, wow, this is really not going to be fun for a lot of my friends in New England. And so, what did I think about? Take care of your partner. My colleagues in the academy, if it's tough for me, how are you guys doing? As Joey would say from Friends. Maybe I should post some discussions on PhyzForum, and maybe that would help some of my colleagues. But wait, Stewie Griffin shows up and says, Brian, if I help my colleagues with their applications, that means I'll get less money. What does that mean for me? Daffy Duck would say, it's mine, all mine, and I don't care about any of you. I literally thought about Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny and said, nope, I have to do the right thing. I have to write this post. So I did, March 30th, talking about the SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan and the application process. And that post led to another one, and then another one, as DJ Khaled would say. So as I started posting, I started getting replies back from Academy members writing to me or emailing me, thanking me for information and guidance. Susan, Mary Jo, Wendy, Lisa, Dave, Ed, Drew, you know who you are, but you definitely encouraged me to keep writing and keep posting. So I have to thank you for that most excellent surprise, as Bill and Ted would say, about the fact that it was making a difference, and I never even thought that would even come up. So fast forward a couple of months, and now it's the summer of COVID, and we've had some online financial webinars for the New Hampshire Medical Society and the Academy. I helped create the Business of Healthcare Physiatrist member community, bringing together a lot of physicians who had a lot of financial understanding about what to do. At the same time, the private practice work group for the Academy got together and really used some of this information going forward. Thank you to Kavitha, Michael, Jose, the staff members who helped create this, and to Sagun, Steve, and Big Stu, because I'm Little Stu and he's Big Stu, in making this work group really function incredibly efficiently, but also talking about relevant information for our members. We helped create access for personal protective equipment through Project N95, and this was important for our members as well. So again, this was something that I understood would be important, and we could help bring information to the members that needed that. So what about now? The mission continues. The CARES Act Provider Relief Fund Phase 3 is up and running right now. You've got until November 6th to apply for that. The Paycheck Protection Program loan forgiveness applications, it's about time now, if it's been 24 weeks that you decided to use the loans. Becoming a financial first responder was something I never even knew about, but it's what has happened over time. You lead by example, you take care of your partner all day, every day, and this is what Team Physiatry is all about. Alan Shepard on the left, Christine McCullough on the right, both from New Hampshire, both involved in incredible missions, and we know the legacy of what they gave up and what they accomplished in their lives as well. And we can do that also. What are some of the take-home messages of what I've learned over this experience? Collaboration and intelligence, collective intelligence is crucial and leads to better outcomes. Small ideas can be incredibly transformative. Baby Yoda can take over the world, and probably will this Christmas. And use your knowledge and skills to create positive change. That's really what it's all about. Who knew that comedy could be so powerful? Well, I've got to thank John Chilingerian. He's the executive director of the Heller School of Social Polity Executive MBA program. He brought in Rob Nickerson. He is like Tony Curtis and the Energizer Bunny combined. And he is incredibly powerful and incredibly motivating, and was one of the mentors that I will always cherish from that program. And my son, Trevor, who in 2017, as I was going through this program, was actually at Second City in Chicago, learning improvisation and learning how to take care of his partners for real. And he kept on reminding me the importance of that message over the last few years and even to today. So I have to thank him as well. So work together, help each other. And I'm glad that I was able to help some of you. And for all of you Eddie Van Halen fans out there, I'm signing off. Hope to see you all soon in person. Take care.